Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and this is a monthly reading for air signs. So if you are a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, this is for you, August 2019, baby. Hard to believe, 2019 has come by so fast. You've successfully made it through Mercury retrograde, guys. Here we go. As I was starting, I tried to just get this intro out like 4 or 5 times. Literally, I was fumbling over my words. There could be a situation in your life that arises where, again, I've been picking up jade or aventurine and sodalite, heart and chest. There may be a time where you're fumbling over your words, much like I am. So I'm hearing regain and remain within clarity and get your clarity there. So again, if you got air in your chart, this may also fit. Take what resonates for you. It's general, so not every message is for everyone, but you'll know on a soul level what's for you. Disregard anything that's not. Don't dwell on it, and it may get fit. And know that no matter what, at the end of this reading, in your life in general, own your grassroots evolution. Know that no matter what messages we get through spirit or what the cards say, it's still up to you guys and your active free will and the choices you make and the chances you take and the things that you implement to change in your world. So there is that wonderful thing that we have, free will. I'm just going to say thank you for all my subscribers and anyone who's new. Thank you for tuning in, and if it resonates, feel free to subscribe. It'd be wonderful to have you along the journey. What I'm hearing, and again, it's practice active free will, because active free will is actual free will. It's being mindful in every choice that we make, mindful in every situation within our lives and each day, and being mindful that our mind is powerful enough to change the way that we're feeling and the way that we're thinking. And take that time, in that implementing the change could be when a negative thought comes in, bring 3 thoughts or things that are wonderful. If something like creeps in, shadow self, that is kind of toxic and you're seeing it within yourself, do the healing that you need to when it's brought into conscious awareness. But this is the kind of energy that's trying to block you. It's important for you to see them, but don't stay there, because if we stay there too long and nurture this little rawr and sad hole, it gets sadder and sadder, and grief gets bigger and bigger and darker, my friends. Choose positive affirmations. Choose gratefulness rather than dwelling what we don't have. Let's look at what we do have in this wonderful world around us. So I'm going to call in my team of light and Archangel Michael and any of my spirit guides that are here for my highest good, working with us. I'm feeling like I may have also some of yours maybe contacting mine. Wow, triumph. Okay, triumph. But there could be that. So I'm going to ask to be guarded, guided, protected, and used as the clearest channel possible for anyone watching this, as most of the as well as the most far-reaching. Ground and center too. Try and take time within your days to ground and center, and also what we have here with the triumph. And the bottom of the deck is the sacral. Being creative and using our creative, I'm also hearing sexual, but creative energies. Could also be a wonderful time to use orange. Okay, amber, the amber stone, I guess. It is good also for us to focus on ourselves, right? Creating from our own space, creating in a place where we're honoring our authenticity is what I'm hearing. Honoring our individualism, our sensuality, because I'm being drawn here with the red as well and the orange. They're almost like together here. There's some message here, but again, at Urge a Gate, it may be you wanting to kind of could be fertility as well, could be congratulations, some triumph on babies there for some of you, but I'm feeling like you're triumphant in your creative endeavors as well. And there's a lot of ways that we can create. So shadow self did come up, and so did temptation, which is devil energy. And I didn't say it because I want to freak y'all out, but when I was thinking about those things and needing to reprogram our thoughts, those kind of shadow self things, that's devil energy. That's negativity designed to throw you off your ascension path if you wallow too far. So it's always, always important to illuminate this darkness and see the darkness to then again know that you really can be grateful for what you have now, because you've experienced the lack and the lack mentality. And when we operate from our authentic self and we are grateful and cherishing of all the things that we have in this world that we love, we know that we are loved. They're holding the same staff, same team, man, right? Same team. That shadow self, that light and dark self, remember, you're on the same team. So see it for what it is. If you have one of these moments come in, this could also be temptation. I heard judgment. So we will move into the tarot and see what more comes through. But here I feel like he's throwing away the light, like whatever, you know, I'm gonna go out of like the heat of passion. But like I had heard sexual. There could be some sexual stuff there. Whether this temptation is, you know, with this sacral energy, whether this is like, I'm hearing as well like shameful desires, like things like that. Sometimes society has taught you, or the people around you, that some of the things that, you know, we desire in our lives are dirty. I'll use an example. I was called a dirty girl one time by my great-grandmother, and I loved her, you know, and it was like, she called me dirty girl for other things too, you know, but one of these things where it was said lovingly most of the time, but it wasn't for anything I really had done. It was projections. So people's projections onto you and this stereotype or negativity of dirty. There are some things that we have, you could have done. Okay, apologies for anyone. If this isn't for you, it's not for you, and click off if you need to. But sorry guys, going into this a little bit because Spirit's asking me just to keep an open mind, okay? Expand your sensuality, and if you are of that age, I'm not telling you guys to go off and, you know, throw temptation in and throw all the good out and say, I'm just going to go do this and only worry about the now. Be conscious of the repercussions, okay? If there is shame attached to something that really lights your fire, or within something that you keep coming back to, because often if we try to repress the true feelings and the true desires that we have, we need to take a look at, why am I repressing it? Because you don't want to deal with maybe being dirty. But if we look more into it on a larger cultural scene, is what I want to say, you're going to see that this is where some pretty shitty laws are made as well, by shaming people and othering people for their sexuality and their sensuality. So just some of this work could be releasing the shadow side to sexuality and sensuality, if anyone has resonated on that part, okay? So I'm going to move forward. I'm hearing one last message. Bottom of the deck is trapped in fear. So whatever this shadow is and the temptation that would have you trapped in fear, under trapped in fear was passions ignited. Once we lose the fear of what everyone else is going to think about us doing, once you kind of just, so to speak, stop giving a fuck, life becomes a whole lot easier, right? Life becomes a whole lot happier for you, because you're not working on your expectations for yourself, for what other people would think and what they want you to do. You're working from your heart for what you need to do. And as long as you know that it's in love and light and it's not this energy, as long as you know that it's of the light, it's working towards something. It's not dirty or shameful. And that's also cutting those ancestral or cutting those societal viewpoints, and removing, this could be really old, outdated thought paradigming with this shit. Okay? This could be passed down for you. The trapped in fear, right? Why would you be trapped in fear? Well, what's the fear and judgment and all this stuff that's going to be thrown onto you by people who, again, are projecting. So I'm going to ask one more still from this to move through it, because you're triumphant. Material harvest. Move through this mental conflict, because that's what's going to keep you in the down energy. And again, this stuff is meant to keep you from reaching your highest vibration if you stay in it. So reprogram yourself. I am fully worthy. I am not of lack mentality. Everything I have and need to have will come to me. Okay, things like that. But we want to create knowing that we're triumphant and that what we nurture will nurture us. Archangel Gabriel was really strongly, so I've got the Archangel Gabriel Oracle by Doreen Virtue. It was really, really important, wanting me to come through with this message, and we get retreat. To block out distractions, spend quiet time alone so that you can focus on your priorities. Let's see what this book has to say. If I get cut off, guys, I apologize. I'm long-winded and Spirit likes to cut me. I also am limited space on my phone. Retreat. I don't want to miss anything, and I feel like it's important. This is the only book I didn't keep out. You need some time alone to rest, reflect, and rejuvenate. This isn't selfish on your part, it's necessary. Jesus modeled the need for retreat as an act of self-care that strengthened his ability to care for others. And so it is for you as well. Even if you believe you don't have the time or money to get away, this card says that if you don't get the intention, everything else... Okay, this card says that if you set the intention, everything else will follow. Think of your retreat as an investment that will pay glorious fields of renewed energy. Yields of renewed energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration. The retreat will surely pay for itself when you think of it in that way. It's not the amount of time you spend apart from others. Rather, it's the quality of that time in which you give yourself complete permission. Just let go and simply be. When I said fields instead of yields, though, you need to put the money out to buy the seeds. You need to take the time to sow those seeds and take care of them. And so that you can watch them grow and get the yields. This is the same thing. Spirit saying retreat and rest to yourself, to maybe go through some of this shadow stuff and the trauma that you've buried down there. It's time to take that few minutes to yourself, and whatever it is, if you call in Spirit, you know, kind of with your breath, call in light, love, universal energy, and kind of ask that negativity or anything go through your feet and be transmitted or transmuted out into the earth's core, and release with love, and consciously work with energy so that you are bringing in wonderful, wonderful harvests. Because, oh man, whatever you've been working on, time's flourishing. It is successful. One more for this, please, Spirit. Thank you. And we get classes. So you may, and writers group. You may want to be writing this stuff down. Take some writing classes. Learning and teaching are part of your higher calling. Whatever it is you're creating, there's material harvest here. Spirit wouldn't, you wouldn't be interrupted with all of the bad stuff coming and constantly, if it's bombarded you here with the shadow self. If you weren't meant for something awesome, use whatever it is. Harness your creativity and, be a way shower. Write it out. Take the classes that you feel, if you want to learn something, learn it. This could be even writing your friends. Create or join a writer's group to gain inspiration, friendship, and support. This could be talking to people about what you learn as well. So I'm going to pull Whisper of Love Oracle because there's something great here, but I feel like this heaviness. So this top one asked to be here, and this is, get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. Okay. So if this is with another person, you have like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And the last one, express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love for them. So guys, whatever this wonderfulness is, if this was against sensuality with a relationship, show the gifts, you know, get to know each other. Know that as long as you're doing this work and the shadow work and successfully trying to move through it, you're going to attract like-minded, higher vibrational people. Vibrate out this peace and love and magic, my friends. And she's holding a doll of herself who's holding a doll of herself with the wings. And there's butterflies. It's okay to transform. So, before I let you go, I'm going to bring a message from the Lines Strider Tarot for a little tarot wisdom here, Spirit. Thank you. And we got 3. They're all in the reverse, but I'm not going to read them like that. You have 8 of Pentacles. The work is being put in. 2 of Swords. Having to make a decision. And this is to cut that blindfold off, right? To choose to see with the Ace of Cups. With new love. And remember, like attracts like here. So don't focus on the shadow self that would tell you you're not worthy of this. You know, if you need to join support groups or wherever, or even just talk to the people that you love and co-create with this person or these people, okay? But anyway, a lot of work has been put in to see clearly. Okay, honey, thank you. Alright guys, a lot of work